Hey guys, Trigger here. So I had to do a voiceover for this. This is a 54,000 pound ingot. I've got to put 6 chains across, cross chain in the front and the rear. So enjoy watching me struggle through and take my time doing this to show you what's up. At the end of the video, I'm also going to show the proper way to hook a chain and the improper way to hook a chain, and the reason why. So enjoy. Oh, do Conestoga, they said. It'll be easy, they said. Until you have one rail that just does not want to agree with you. Which I have no idea why that one does not want to agree. Oh, for the love of God. All right, good enough for horseshoes and hand grenades. I don't know if you can see me on camera right now, but what I'm doing is spinning out my binders. That's why you're hearing me count. 25. 25 turns is full extension on the ones that I have. All right. Rust and dust is part of the job. And apparently so is shoulder fatigue. This is called cross chaining. You'll get a better view of it when I'm in the front. When I'm chaining something like this, I don't have any particular arrangement I go in. But I do use chains to put space between my binder and the load. There's some people who will use a cheater bar on the ratchet binders for a load like this. It's not worth it. You're damaging your equipment. I don't buy the binders, the company does, but that doesn't mean I'm going to willfully damage them. They're not cheap. These 3/8 binders run you about $70 at a truck stop. And 9 times out of 10, that's where you're at to get a new one. This load requires cross chaining, front and rear. I don't like how that's landing. Change the angle of the dangle. Also, always make sure your chains are hooked properly. It gets bad if you don't. Tip loading the hooks is in very bad practice. When I get back up towards my camera, I will show you an example of tip loading the hooks. I gotta get 3 more J hooks out of my side box, which is always so much fun. I'm just being really sarcastic. It's actually no big deal. The reason I put my binders on top of my chain after I run it down is so it doesn't run away on me. You know, these are steel chain. This is an aluminum ingot. Gravity affects everything. And yes, per their rules, I can use straps instead of chain if I wanted to. There's a reason I don't do that. Just need 2 more. You know, they say 6 straps or 6 chain. Okay, no big deal. The working load limit on the straps, 5,500 pounds. The working load limit on the chain, 6,600. The working load limit on my J hooks is 6,600. Now, generally, the rule of thumb with coils or anything, at least the one I go by, is one chain per 10,000 pounds. So, if the load weighs 30,000 pounds, that's 3 chains. That's how I do it. That's how I was taught to do it. Your mileage may vary. But the big thing to remember is don't run it if you're afraid to. So, just because Joe Blow only puts 3 chains on a 30,000 pound coil, if you're not comfortable doing that, put 4. Hell, put 5. Now, you might get a few people who have nothing better to do with their life than try to make people feel bad about what they're doing and tell you you're wrong. You know, you're doing too much. Fuck them. It's your life, it's your license. If you don't feel comfortable running it, don't run it. And have you ever wondered why arm wrestling a truck driver is always a bad idea? This is why. Because we arm wrestle inanimate objects day in and day out. Is there an easier way I could be doing this? Oh, sure. I'm sure there is. But, again, comfort. If I'm not comfortable, I ain't going to run it. And seeing how I got to go through Mont Eagle with this load, I ain't taking no chances that I don't have to take. I really hope that makes sense. To each their own, though. I don't know if my headset just picked that up, but there's a pretty significant pop that just occurred. Oh. Well, significant sounding. In reality, it was nothing. Come on now. And I do not know why I do some of the stuff I do. I don't. I can't tell you. And there's no rush. Like, I'm pushing myself because I'd like to at least be on the north side of Nashville when I shut down. But in reality, I know that's not likely. And I'm still not rushing. Like, I'm trying to go fast. But if you paid attention, you can tell I'm still making sure that everything is on par for where it should be. Yeah, there's another pop. Holy shit. Yep. I try to do everything even too. That one keeps trying to tip hook. I really do welcome any and all questions in the comments. You know, I know the average person doesn't know about this type of stuff. Yeah, as intelligent as my wife is, she don't know shit about my job. But that's because it's not her job. All right, next to that steak pocket. And yes, there's stupid little tricks you could do for about all of this. Sometimes they work. More often than not, they don't. If they do work, they might save you a couple of minutes. But when they don't work, they cost you a lot more damn time. Come on now, start tightening. These cross trains in the front, I do take a little more diligence with than the ones in the rear, because I highly doubt this Freightliner can accelerate fast enough to sling this off the back. Not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it is beyond unlikely to occur. And sometimes, as much as you strive to keep everything even, shit just ain't going to agree with you. It happens. Come on now. See? Makes an X. That's why we call it cross strap. Now, for tip loading, my example, properly hooked chain, link goes all the way in. A tip loaded hook, you are hooked into the chain link like that. That is improper. You're weakening the chain, damaging the chain, reducing what it's capable of actually doing. And with that being said, trigger out. Y'all have a good one.